bakers, good morning. What a beautiful Sunday morning it is. We have some sleepyheads, I'd say, all over the country, but not us budding bakers. We are up and at it on a Sunday morning and we're going to whisk up a storm. So today I'm going to do something different. It looks so challenging. It looks so difficult. It is amazing. It is not difficult. It is very easy. It's a JACONDE polka dot chocolate Swiss roll. So this is the chocolate Swiss roll. This isn't any ordinary chocolate Swiss roll, lads. And people say that. We shall start with this very simple recipe. Kids, by the way, love this because you can change the design to whatever suits your fancy. So to begin with, I have got my wonderful Sophie this morning and she's going to show you just a rundown of the ingredients. It looks a lot, but it's not. Just think, mise en place. This is going to be the polka dot. This is going to be the sponge. So we have got 30 grams of caster sugar. We have got 14 grams of butter. Now this is going to be the paste that we're going to create our polka dot before we layer with this beautiful chocolate sponge. So for our chocolate sponge, we have got 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We have got 28 grams of 1 teaspoon of baking powder. We have 50 grams of plain flour. We have 100 grams of caster sugar. We have got 4 bulk eggs and we have got 40 grams of cocoa. So to begin with, I have preheated my oven. I am ready to rear and go, and let's get cracking on. So we're going to start with the piping. So with our 14 grams of butter, in goes our egg. In goes our caster sugar. Give it a whisk with our little trusty fork. And this is the paste that we're going to use to create our polka dots. And in goes our flour. 50 grams of plain flour. And again, clean as you go, clean as you go. Lads, you have the cleanest kitchens in the land. So stir, stir, stir. All I'm doing, and so if we can zoom in there, is I am making a batter paste to create my polka dots. Now, one of the things I find regarding this JACONDE is to have everything prepared. Listen, this could take you an hour because you're not prepared. Get everything ready. Weigh up all your ingredients first. Have a read through the recipe. Go through it again and again and again. Listen, it takes you minutes once you've read all the ingredients, read all the instructions rather, weighed out all the ingredients and you're raring to go. So look, was that difficult? No. So you get all your goodies, mix into a bowl, and you now have a paste that we're going to pipe with. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. So I have my trusty jug with my piping bag. I have my trusty scissors, so I know I wouldn't forget it, just to snip the end. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my batter into my dooby-doo-dooby-doo-doo. So you have to sing on a Sunday morning when nobody else is up. And you get them up by the smell of baking and loud noises in the kitchen. So all this is our batter mix. So just as I mentioned, we've got our sugar, flour, 1 egg. Go on, last bit. It's not one more. Boom, boom, boom. Clean as you go. So this is stage 1. So I am going to twist, 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 twist. I probably should have used one of my smaller bags, but hey ho. I'm not going to snip it quite yet because I will clear the decks. Don't need this. Clean as you go. Don't need this. Clean as you go. Clean as you go. Clean as you go. Let's move on to the mixer. So we have got our beautiful titanium this morning because Ruby and Raj and the rest of them just wanted a break. So, to start with, we have got 4 of our beautiful free-range eggs. In they go. I'm going to push this a little closer so that Sophie can see in a minute. So, 4 eggs have just gone in, along with our caster sugar. All the caster sugar has gone in. Okay? So the next thing we have is we've our flour mix. So we've got 50 grams of flour. We've got 40 grams of our cocoa. We have got 1 teaspoon of our baking powder, and we just need to give that a bit of a mix. Stir, 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 just to make them all beautifully amalgamated together. says she's spreading cocoa powder all over the top of the worktop. But it doesn't matter because we'll be cleaning as you go, cleaning as you go. Now, I'm going to push this a little closer, move a few bits and pieces about, so that my beautiful Sophie can zoom in and that can be beating while we move on to another stage. So Sophie, can you zoom in there when I turn on the mixer? I just want the egg yolks and the caster sugar to have this beautiful, glossy figure of 8 batter. Give my worktop a bit of a clean as you go, clean as you go. Okay, can you zoom in there and have a good look? Right, so all it is at the moment is you've got your eggs and your sugar. So we are coming back to my piping bag, and then Sophie, zoom over here, please. Thank you kindly. So while that's beating, you need to put on the in denial glasses, lads. I can see. Now, today I've decided to do a really simple design. You could do squiggles, you could do love hearts, you could do Pokemon faces, you can do anything you want. This is where the fun begins. So if you want to zoom in there stuff while I'm doing, all I'm going to do is I'm piping little smarty dots onto my Swissroll tray. Okay, and as I'm doing that, I want to create, you can see as well, the tray is quite glossy because it's heavily greased, because I want my Swissroll to come out with ease so I don't have anything sticking. All I'm doing is I'm squeezing. You do not have to go polka dot. You could just do lines. You could do squiggles. You can do absolutely anything your heart desires. So I think we've got it literally even Steven, do one up here. One of the things to bear in mind when it comes, this batter needs to sit in a freezer for 15 minutes. The reason I can whisk this up, because it'll only take 2 more minutes, is because I have prepared a tray in the freezer for the last 15 minutes to show you the next stage. So all I've done at the moment, we've created that fun polka dots. So I'll move this to the side until I get the other one out, until we concentrate on our chocolate squeezy. So I'm going to move over my flour mix. We've got our sunflower oil left. We have our vanilla extract left. We have our cocoa flour and baking powder mixed. Now, have a look at the color of our mixture this time. It is going a beautiful pale yellow. Let's whisk it up even faster and faster. Get the air into it. You are looking for fluffy, light, genuine JACONDE sponge. You will be so professional by the time this is finished. So look, it's beginning to thicken up. You can see the bubbles. It's whisking away. Lads, I could talk about air. There is no stopping me. You will not have silence while I whisk egg whites. I will keep you entertained while you watch this delicious, glorious mix come to life. Look at the bubbles. Now, as you can see, it's getting thicker. As it's getting thicker, I'm going to slowly add my vanilla extract into my mixer. That's that gone. Next, I'm going to slowly pour the sunflower oil. Now, this is emulsifying. You need it at a high speed, and it's very similar to making mayonnaise. This is your introduction of fat. So instead of melted butter, I'm using sunflower oil. Look at how thick and glossy this is getting. And you wouldn't want to be in the urge to use the bathroom as I'm pouring this from a height with a stream of sunflower oil going into my batter. The batter is now even changing colour yet again. I am still pouring nice and slowly the sunflower oil. You are letting your trusty mixer do all the hard work. That's the last part of the sunflower oil. All we're doing is pouring it in. There is nothing major or challenging so far. You have the most delicious mousse-like sponge. So let's have a lift and see, before we add any flour, slowly down, to see, can we get a figure of 8? So let's have a look. It may need another minute or two. So in, if you want to have a look, in we go. So can you see, Sophie, into the bowl, Sophie? Can you see, please? Sophie, just still not awake, but you're still amazing. I think it just needs a little. Can you see? You can see the figure of 8, but it's disappearing a little too fast for my liking. So I just wanted maybe another minute. Come on, Titanium, do your best. Lads, you have to be half crazy to get up on a Sunday morning making polka dot crazy JACONDE sponge. This is one of those sponges that's so creative. You will love. And now we're stuffing these. So have a look at this now. So the in it goes into the pot. There, there. Figure of 8, figure of 8. Ah! I just love to lick the bowl. Who just loves to lick the bowl? I do, you do. So, this, thank you so much, Mr. Titanium. You're amazing. You'll be my extension lead. And off you go. So, next thing I'm morning, this is Trisha Zoom Zoom. So, all I'm doing next is I am folding gently this delicious flour mix. I am putting it on the back of my spatula before it hits the flour, because what I don't want is to deflate those beautiful air bubbles. Now, if you remember, with the batter that we have piped our polka dots, I have a tray in the freezer already for the last 15-20 minutes. So you must freeze it or it'll amalgamate too much with your batter. You will have no definition, you won't have any polka dots. It needs to be chilled, it needs to be the freezer, not the fridge. Everything gone. Boom, 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 boom. Clean as you go. Look at that, clean as you go. Clean as you go. Stir, stir, stir. 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Give it a stir, stir. Now I am careful as I'm doing this. I'm not knocking out the air. This will be 180 in a preheated oven. It will take 10 to 12 minutes. I would nearly say 10 minutes, check 10 minutes. When you put your finger on the sponge, it's doing, doing, doing. Even if you hear it a bit noisy, don't panic. I would rather take it out at 10 than wait at 12 and overcook it. So making sure any little nibs of flour, which I probably should have put my glasses on again to see the flour, but we will soldier on. So, Sophie, can you have a look at this mix while I get the tray, the tray, lads, the tray out of the freezer. So now we've got our polka dot, and it's as easy as, now lads, you can't say that was difficult. All we do is go bang, 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 bang. It could be ziggity, ziggity doo. It could be zebra stripes. This is very easy, okay? And then all we're going to do is we get our sponge and we pour it out onto the tray. The smell in my house is full of chocolate. A chocolate. I hope you are learning skills that you will continue to use after I finish. So yet again, as I mentioned yesterday, it will be the 20th of June will be the finale. And for those of you who have missed it, K-Mix is going to to be given away on the 22nd of June, so you have to keep watching. You have to keep liking and sharing and commenting, because it could be you. So we have got a K-Mix to win. A most magnificent machine, if ever you've seen one. And they are worth in excess, valued at over €500. They're absolutely amazing. I will be putting the details up. And the competition is open to everyone in Ireland. I'm afraid not overseas, because we couldn't post it overseas. So we have got this beautiful, beautiful JACONDE sponge, decorated with polka dots. I do not know why I'm putting on a French accent. Christine, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. So there we have our JACONDE sponge. This is now going into our oven for 10 minutes. But wait, I have something prepared earlier. In that goes. Alexa, set timer please for 10 minutes. We'll do that again, will we, Alexa? Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes, please.
10 minutes, starting now.
I've just realised you have to say please and thank you to Alexa. Sorry about that now. Please and cues are very important. Hello, I am back. So, we have got a sponge prepared earlier. I have put 250 mils of cream and 150, where's my spatula? 150 mils of white chocolate, 150 grams. Sophie, are you with me? Are you waking up, love? Are you waking? You still with me? Still with me? Still with me, Sophie? Still with me? So we have got our filling. So our filling is 250 mils of cream, and I am adding 150 grams of melted white chocolate because I can, because I want to, and because this is going to be absolutely fine. So I am just giving it the last hoo-ha, stirring in my melted chocolate into my cream. You will get a delicious sweet filling. You could chop strawberries and raspberries, but from this particular occasion, I'm not putting any fruit in mine. Now, another fabulous tip. Vera Milka has the most amazing dried fruit. Sometimes if you're putting fresh fruit into a Swissroll, it can go a little soggy, but if you've tried her dried fruit, her strawberries and raspberries are sensational, which would mean as you unroll your Swissroll, fill it with your cream, fill it with dried fruit. The dried fruit will absorb your cream filling or whatever you put on, makes it much easier to slice. You still get the bite and texture of your raspberry, but it's not soggy. So it is amazing. So let's have a drum roll. Please don't stick, because we're Facebook Live. So I'm using my fingers to just push back the roll. And stick, 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 stick. Don't you dare stick. Don't you dare stick. Lovely, lovely. Now, I am putting some of our delicious filling into our gorgeous Swiss roll. And I get my knife, palette knife, which I forgot. And I'm just going to bring it to the edge. I like living life on the edge. Risk taker, look at this. This is where you can put your raspberries, you can put your strawberries. I am just going for a white chocolate cream filling, nothing else. Tiny bit more, just a little bit more. White chocolate and cream filling. Now, my hand's a bit of a dry after my wash. Glasses on, lads, glasses on. And roll, roll, roll it, roll it, roll it there, Colette. And we have got the most delectable, delightful JACONDE polka dot sponge. Very careful because it is super, 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 super fresh. Super fresh. I'm not even going to dust it with icing sugar. How dare you dust it with icing sugar, considering we have these beautiful polka dots. So, one of the things when you have a fresh cream Swissroll like this, well, it's not a Swissroll, it's a JACONDE sponge, is you need to chill it. So this will go into the fridge for at least half an hour because it'll make it much easier to cut. If I was to cut this now, it might just explode. I can't have it explode on Facebook Live. It has rolled up into this beautiful polka dot. If you can zoom in, that's a soft, beautiful, springy sponge. And get rid of this cream. You have got the little dots that we have piped using our incredible piping skills with our JACONDE. And this is where you just grab it. But there you have it, lads. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, chocky wocky doodah all day long. That is the easiest JACONDE polka dot chocolate sponge you could ever imagine. You just need to have faith. You just gotta believe. I shall see you tomorrow at 10.